Hi everybody, it's Miss Kathryn here with our parachute stem project. So hopefully you have picked up a kit at the library. If you haven't, give me a call and see if I have any left. And that's what we're gonna make today. So I'm gonna turn the camera down so you can see. The first thing we're gonna do is look at our instructions, which came with the kit. Very simple project today. What you're gonna need is a plastic disposable cup. This is in your kit. You are going to need a garbage bag. I pre-cut all of the parachutes. That is in your kit. You're going to need some string. 4 pieces of string, about 14 inches long. I will say that I cut the strings for the kits just a little bit longer, so you might want to trim them down just a bit. I'd leave a little more than 14. You have to tie knots on 2 ends of those strings. So, yeah. You will need at home, if you're going to do this on your own, a paper punch, a pair of scissors, tape measure or a yardstick, or a handy dandy ruler. And you're probably going to need a marker just to trace out your 14-inch square on your garbage bag. I use the smallest garbage bags I could find. They are for like waste baskets in bathrooms or bedrooms. So they're the smallest ones, not the 13-gallon kitchen ones, but the smaller ones. The first thing we're going to do is, and this has already been done for you, but if you were doing it on your own at home, you could take a paper punch and punch a hole. Can you see the hole right there? On the side of your cup. Then turn that all the way around so it's exactly the opposite side and punch another hole in your cup. Then halfway between those two, punch another one. And then directly opposite of that one, punch the last one. All right, so we've got our cup all ready. We've got your pre-cut bag. And again, 4 pieces. It could be string, it could be yarn, it could be twine. Whatever you would have at home, 14 inches is good. All right, we did cut this in a square. The only hard part about it is it's hard to cut plastic, so there's not any really fine, neat edges like you would get with paper, but that's not important. I was able to get 2 out of 1 bag, so that's kind of nice if you have more than one child that you're doing this craft with. And then your string, yarn, twine. Now, what you're going to do, I found this to be the simplest way to do this, is I took that bag and set it aside, and I took my cup and I threaded my yarn through, and I made a single knot, and then I did another knot. And this can get tricky with yarn, which is why a little extra yarn is good, because it helps when you want to do that second knot. See, mine just got really frayed, and you can just go back and kind of twirl it and hopefully get all of them through. Very good. So there's one. I'm going to do, excuse me, another one. 1 knot, go right back and tie it again, double knot, turn your cup and do another, okay, and that one I'm gonna have trouble with. The real problem is that I broke my fingernail yesterday, so I can't grasp my yarn very well. All right, and then one more. Okay, and pull it through. We want to try and make the length of the parachute strings as close as possible. So you want to try and tie these in a very similar length. Because it just helps with how your parachute opens and how it slowly descends to the ground. This is what I figured out when I put my sample together. A lot of times when you tie string yarn to one thing and then you try and tie it to another thing, they can get crossed, and that's really difficult. So what I did was I put my cup just in the center of my workspace, and I took my parachute and laid it on top, just like that. And you will see why this makes sense. So what you're going to want to do, and it doesn't matter where you start, is you take the corner of your bag, you draw it together a little, make a little tab. You're going to tie your string around that tab. And for some of you, you may need a little help with this. Just take your time. Again, one knot. And then for safety measure, another one. And this yarn is hard to work with. Twine string might be a little better. And pull it through. There you go. So we've got one end tied. Keep your cup in the center and your strings pulled out. And then move to the next corner. You're just going to grip that bag, pull that together, twist it a little bit. You want to try and get the same amount tied in there. Again, you want the same surface area with the parachutes. So tying them all equally, leaving that tab, make that tab the same size, means that this surface is the same size. And if the strings are the same length, then you're going to have a much better descent to the ground with your parachute. The air is going to be able to fill the parachute equally on all sides. Pull that through. All right, we've got two done. We'll move it up here so you can see it. I'm going to pinch this corner just like I did the other two. You can twist it a little bit and tie around. This is much harder. It's good to have help with this. Yep, I got it. And we have just one more to go. This is very exciting. We'll see if we can get a good flight here in my house. I do not have a great space for this. But if you have like a swing set or a jungle gym at home, and you can go up to the top of a platform on that jungle gym or swing set, or slide and drop this off the side, you will see it come down very quickly. All right, so we've got all four done. And if you look, yeah, there we go. So that works. Now, I'll turn the camera up a little here. We'll see if we can bring this over here to the corner of the table and I can get a shot of my flight. I've got my parachute kind of all, I don't know how to do this best. I'm gonna toss it up. Oh, there it goes, there it goes. Did you guys see that? I'm gonna try it again. But it does fly, even from, you know, I mean, I probably tossed it up 6 feet. I don't know if these can be tangled or not. Let's see if we can untangle them. I think I might be making it worse. Nope, I got it. Okay. So up. Just going to take the whole thing and we're going to toss it up. Oh, it did catch on the bottom. So it needs like a longer way down. I also had a little minifigure. So I'm going to stick him in the cup and see, I think that's going to make it fall faster. Well, I'd like him to stand up, but I don't think he's going to. So here we go. Let's see if this works. It's all an experiment. Oh, it did work. He went right down. All right. So why did we make parachutes? The cup glides slowly down thanks to something known as air resistance. I'm going to go down here to my instructions. Why does this parachute work? It's known as drag or air resistance. So the air fills that parachute up as it opens up, and it glides down because that air is pushing up. So when air gets underneath it, the plastic parachute fans out and has that maximum coverage, and the air coming up underneath as it's flowing down pushes up and it holds it there, and it slows down the descent of a parachuter or your cup tremendously. All right. So this activity was from a book by Patricia A. Stenio. It's called Magic Moments Super Science with Your Kids. It's available at the library. You can check it out. And I hope you had a good time. I hope you have fun with your parachute. I would suggest that you put a lot of different things in your cup. Like you could put a minifigure in your cup. You could put water in your cup and see if it lasts on the way down. Drop it from a lot of different heights and see how that descent is. If you need to make, or you feel you need to make your strings much shorter, you can untie them and you can cut a little off and retie them and see if that makes a difference in your parachute's descent to the ground too. So have fun with it. I had a blast. I love doing these activities with you. I cannot wait until we can do them in the library together again, and we will. All right, you guys, have a great day. I'll see you next time.